So turn our attention a little bit to the Saints coming in. Derek Carr, quarterback for the Saints, seems to always play pretty well against the Browns. Talk about what he sees on tape with this Browns defense.
Oh man, they play very fast D line, penetrating defensive line. They want to get up the field. They want to get to the quarterback, stop the run, create negative plays. They want to create negative linebackers and safeties, good tacklers, corners are really good players. This is a really good defense that we're about to play, and so our work is cut out for us for sure. Playing these guys, but the line movement that they do in the run game, the way they play their linebackers, the way they play their safeties, they do a lot of different really cool things, making things look the exact same, but it's different. Coach Gruden always taught me that one. When defenses try and make things look the exact same, then at the snap it's different. And so they do a really good job of that. But they're an impressive group to watch. You watch them; they run to the football, they fly around, they hit, they're hunting the football, and they're uberly talented, across the board. They got guys that have played a lot of football and a lot of football at a high level. And so we definitely have our work cut out for us. But when you watch the film, they jump out at you. That they're a really good unit. So we got to be on our stuff. You got to be ready for anything, everything.
And G. Bush, Carr has not played on great teams, and he's 4-1 against Browns. That's all I'll say about that.
Yeah, he's always traditionally played well. Even going back to the old Raider days, he always seems to, be pinpoint. He always seems to, minimize the turnovers when he's playing the Browns. He seems to get the ball out on time. New Orleans overall has played well against the Browns. I remember a couple of years ago, we had that terrible, I think it was either Christmas Eve or one of those games where it was just a nasty, brutal game in Cleveland Browns Stadium. And you had, I think, Andy Dalton playing for them. And they came down here and ran the ball well. The Browns inexplicably threw the ball 30 or 40 times in that game. And the Saints, a warm weather dome team, came in here and beat the Browns on what was supposed to be a game where Nick Chubb got the ball 1,000 times, but it didn't happen. It was one of those things. We still kind of talk about that to this day. We still kind of have a identity thing that we're trying to deal with, but that's neither here nor there. No, the thing about this game is going to be this, and it's kind of bad to say. We down to what we've talked about so much. We're down to Myles Garrett again. How many years have we done this where it's just like, all right, the Browns, we come in with certain hopes. Zadarius Smith is out. We talked about Mike Hall Jr. Possibly being out this week in a couple more weeks. You just got to JOK in the first segment talking about him possibly be gone for the year. Denzel Ward, he's not going to be a guy that's going to be playing every single snap, and he's one play away from going out of the game with some injuries and concussions. And you look around it, Hicks is another guy. Jordan Hicks is a guy who has not been in the lineup. And you got rid of Zadarius Smith. So it's like, Alex Wright is on the IR. So we are down to, again, Myles Garrett and the ability for teams to triple team him and wondering where your other plays are coming from. Where are those splash plays coming from? Where are those sacks, those pressures? Where are the interceptions? You take a look at the turnovers. One interception on the year. That was by JOK. One interception out of the Browns, they want to play a certain way, but they're not taking the football away. So as people continue to go down, the Browns are going to have to find a way to manufacture certain things. And by the way, Alvin Kamara is still productive, over 1,000 yards all-purpose in the league so far. I believe that's third in the league. So they're gonna have their hands full a little bit with a team that has an interim head coach. And you know how the interim head coach thing goes. That first game, the interim head coach comes in, every button he pushes seems to work just like the backup quarterback. We had our backup quarterback day against the Ravens. We saw what we went back to against the Chargers. So hopefully the Browns are going to have something up their sleeve because, this one is not going to be an easy game.